We want to learn from your feet as a great leader. But as we learn, there is a huge difference between your age and our average age as scholars. We would like you to flash back when you are our age and share with us a little bit about your life.
I thank God for this opportunity to be here, and thank you for that question. This is truly monumental that a bank whose business is to think about the bottom line, making profits, would think of addressing the plight of the needy in our country. I give Equity Bank a first in terms of corporate social responsibility. And as evidence of this, 3,500 young Kenyans. Wow, I think that's something. I think we should clap for Equity because they make it possible for you. And now to your question, I was born in the bush. I was born out in a remote village called Kadhungu. I'm sure that doesn't make sense. And that is in the larger Kitui County. I wasn't born in hospital, James, because there was no hospital nearby. And therefore you can see divinity. And then my parents never went to school. My late mother, may God rest her soul in peace, left us about 5 years now, going to 5 years. She never went to school. My father never went to school. As it turned out, I even went to school ahead of my elder sister because it was not even fashionable those days to take girls to school. So I imagine, I went and my sister was about 3-4 years my senior. Imagine she came and found me in school. People from my village did not know the difference between going overseas. Kwa Kiswahili tunasema ameenda kusoma ng'ambo, sio? So I went across the River Tana. Those of you who know the geography, to go to Meru, James, from my village, you cross the River Tana, which is the largest river we have in country. And so people in my village thought nimeenda ng'ambo, but ni ng'ambo ya mto Tana. And so that is my background. And today, Sekuru is a district. I went to primary school in Sekuru Primary School. It was full primary school, put up, I think, by the colonial administration and one of those old primary schools. And then there were not enough classrooms. I remember, James, that when I was a pupil in Standard 5, I was actually studying under a tree. There were not even enough classrooms. So I actually studied under a tree. And I also recall that I was a little bit, shall I say, endowed because I was top of my class. I don't know how it happened, but I just found I was very friendly with the teachers and they would give us some exams and I was top of the class. So on one such occasion, I was given the privilege to address parents. And I'd never seen until that time, I think they call a tie. And I didn't have shoes. So the headmaster lent me his tie and placed me on top of a table. Imagine you do not have shoes and you're wearing a tie. And I then addressed the parents in English on the benefits of going to school, how important it is for them to take their children to school. And I was very surprised because at the end of it, they were all clapping. And I was sure they didn't understand what I said. But that is my background. Eventually, of course, I was able to do well at KCPE. I scored an A from the bush, and I went to Kitui School. a higher, much more advanced place than Sekuru, and eventually went to Form 5 and Form 6 and to the university. And I was able to study law. So as I speak to you, I'm actually an advocate of the High Court. I hope I can also be, I hope I'll be admitted as an advocate of the Supreme Court of Kenya.